GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.
Welcome back to the GSMC Golf Podcast presented by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Garrison McDaniel, and we're here with our third segment of the night, talking Keegan Bradley named 2025 U.S. Ryder Cup captain. There's a lot to talk about with this, but we're just going to give out the news first and then give my thoughts, like we do with most things here. So I'm going to be reading from an article by Paul Hodowanich, who is a writer for the PGA Tour. This is an article from the PGA Tour official website. In an unexpected move, the PGA of America tapped Keegan Bradley to captain the 2025 U.S. Ryder Cup team. A six-time PGA Tour winner, Bradley has played in 2 Ryder Cups and 1 President's Cup. He is 4-3-0 in his 2 Ryder Cup appearances. In 2012 and 2014, he hasn't been back in a while. He is 2-1 at the 2013 President's Cup. He has never been an assistant captain or captain for either event. Keegan Bradley, 39 at the time of next year's Ryder Cup, will be the youngest Ryder Cup captain since 34-year-old Arnold Palmer back in 1963. I am incredibly honored to accept this opportunity to captain the United States team at the 2025 Ryder Cup, said Bradley in a statement released Monday. I would like to thank the PGA of America Ryder Cup Committee for their trust in me as we embark on this journey to Bethpage Black in Farmingdale, New York. My passion and appreciation for golf's greatest team event have never been stronger. The Ryder Cup is unlike any other competition in our sport, and this edition will undoubtedly be particularly special given the rich history and enthusiastic spectators at this iconic course. I look forward to beginning preparations for 2025. We're still working, this is from Tiger Woods, who was going to be the captain, but we'll get to that later. It's a full circle moment for Bradley, who was in consideration for a team's captain pick on the 2023 Ryder Cup, but was controversially left off the team by Zach Johnson. He ranked 11th in the points list, ahead of eventual picks Ricky Fowler and Jordan Spieth. Bradley was last a part of the 2014 Ryder Cup at Glen Eagles in Scotland, and famously has not unpacked his suitcase from that week. He can officially unpack it now. That was a crazy story when it came out on Full Swing on Netflix last year. Shows you how much this competition means to these guys, and you gotta love it for that. Bradley will get his Ryder Cup redemption after all, but likely not in the role he imagined. He will return to Bethpage Black, where he played often as a collegiate golfer at St. John's University in New York City. The course superintendent allowed the team to play Mondays when the course is closed, which is really cool. This is a special moment for Keegan Bradley. This is a guy that was snubbed off of last year's list. I mean, you heard me read it. He was 11th ahead of Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler. He should have been there last year, and everybody thought he should have been there, but was left off Zach Johnson's list. Was probably the first guy left off Zach Johnson's list. And then, I mean, full circle moment can't be more true, because it is Zach Johnson that gives Keegan Bradley the call to let him know that he was the Ryder Cup captain for 2025. I can't imagine taking that phone call if you're Keegan. If you're if you're just sitting at home, or well, they're in Scotland right now, but if you're just sitting in your hotel in Scotland and get the phone, yeah, Zach. Yeah, this is Keegan. I'm the Ryder Cup captain? Finally, you gave me a call. You know, something like that. I mean, Keegan Bradley was playing some fantastic golf last year, and it comes at a point in his life where you don't expect him to be playing as good as he's been playing, and especially, I mean, this year too, he's been pretty fantastic. I think he's pretty up there in the FedEx Cup standings. Actually, let me make sure that he is pulling up the FedEx Cup standings right now. But if I'm not mistaken, he's up like top 20 or so. He might not be. Oh, he is 37th. So, yeah, definitely playing some good golf this year. This season, having 2 top 10s. Was able to was able to do pretty well recently as well with a T2 at the Charles Schwab, T18 at the PGA Championship, T32 at the US Open. Has had some pretty solid events this year. Last year was a lot better than this year, of course. Last year when he was notably snubbed off of the Ryder Cup team, he had 2 wins, including the Travelers Championship, which is a signature event. He had a good finish at the Farmers Insurance Open. That was the second place at the Farmers Insurance Open, actually. He was T10 at the Arnold Palmer. Was just all over the place. Very, very good golf last year. T9 at the Tour Championship. And then just was snubbed off of the list. It was just a shocking omission. We felt like he should have been there over Ricky Fowler, as was well documented. If anybody that's probably listened to this podcast has watched Full Swing on Netflix, fantastic documentary throughout the entire PGA Tour season. I'm excited for season 3 for this season. But yeah, I mean, you look at it, and I'm not going to say that we won the Ryder Cup with him instead of Ricky Fowler last year, who didn't play too bad, but we definitely could have scored some more points. We definitely could have made it a little bit more competitive. Jordan Spieth showed to be the right pick. I think he was 4-1 or he was undefeated. He did really well last year at the Ryder Cup and was worthy of his pick, but Ricky Fowler not so much, and Keegan Bradley definitely could have been there, and now he's going to be there next year, but in a different capacity. He is a captain, so he'll be picking the team, he'll be helping coaching the team throughout the week, but he will not be playing as he's not a playing captain. We thought that this was going to be Tiger Woods, which is... So I saw a video from Dan Rappaport today. I believe it was on his TikTok page, Foreplay. And he texted Keegan Bradley last night or yesterday morning at like 5:45 a.m. to ask Keegan Bradley if Tiger Woods was the pick for Ryder Cup captain. And then like 3 hours later he finds out the news and he texts Keegan Bradley, "Are you the captain?" ? And then Keegan Bradley just laughs and says, "Hey, how about that?" So that I thought that was a very funny exchange between the Dan Rappaport, who is a fantastic golf journalist, and Keegan Bradley, who respects him and is a fantastic golfer. I'm excited to see what he does. He went out today in a press conference and he said he was asked by a journalist, what are you going to be looking at for like Live Golf Tour guys? Are you going to be watching the Live Golf Tour to make some captain picks? Do you expect to take guys from over there? And he said, we're going to get the best guys on this team next year to help us win. He is so focused on winning this event. Bryson DeChambeau will be on the team next season. I am very confident about that. I am excited to see that as well. Who knows? Maybe this time next year we have a merger and we're talking about, these guys playing in the same field and we can make a better picks than we did last year. Of course, with Zach Johnson not being the best Ryder Cup captain, he probably won't ever be a Ryder Cup captain again with the amount of backlash that Team USA got from that. But for Keegan Bradley, he did say that they're going to just get the best guys. So Bryson DeChambeau will probably be on that team. Brooks Koepka has a great chance at getting on that team. Other guys like Dustin Johnson, like Patrick Reed, these guys can definitely be on that team. I don't think that Keegan Bradley is going to hold what Patrick Cantlay did last year against him. I don't think that, if Jordan Spieth is playing good golf, he'll be in there. If he's not playing good golf, he won't be in there. We're going to probably see Scottie Scheffler on the team. You could probably figure out who the team's going to be next season just based off of the form right now. I don't expect too much of the top guys to drop off, especially like a Bryson DeChambeau. I'm excited for this team. I think that this has the chance to be one of the most competitive Ryder Cups of all time. You're looking at Team USA with Scottie Scheffler, Bryson DeChambeau, Xander Schauffele, Collin Morikawa, Wyndham Clark, Brooks Koepka, maybe guys like that. And then you're looking at Team Europe, Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry, Victor Hovland, Ludwig Oberg, John Rahm could maybe be on Team Europe next year. There's some good storylines here, and who knows? Next season we might be talking about a young guy like Luke Clanton, Nick Dunlap, Michael Thorbjornsen being in the field and like being in contention to take a Ryder Cup pick. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I think that the golf over the next year is going to be some of the most fun and entertaining golf. I think 2025 has the chance to be one of the more entertaining years in golf history. Just with a lot of things that looks like it's going to shape up to be. I'm so excited to get to be talking about, I think that a merger is going to happen in the foreseeable future. I'm not saying this year, maybe even not next year, but I think talks do ramp up next year. I think a lot of people want it, and we're trending in that direction. And it's something that I'm very excited about, getting fields to be back again. And with guys like Scottie Scheffler on a generational run, Bryson DeChambeau having 3 top 10s in the 3 majors so far this year. It's been some fun golf just in 2024, and it's been kind of a down year for golf. And now with a lot of young stars rising, with the Ryder Cup upcoming next season, only about a year away now from it, it could, ramp up a lot and get pretty exciting. I am excited about it, but that'll wrap up for our third segment of the night, talking Ryder Cup, the greatest event that golf has to offer. Yes, above the Masters. Yes, above other majors as well. When I come back from my third break of the night, we'll be talking about the rising stars on the PGA Tour and what I'm seeing from a lot of young guys and how exciting it is.